You know, one major difference between men and women, and a lot of people don't like to focus on this, but you know, we are very different as far as the ethic of how we value ourselves sexually. For instance, if a gorgeous woman walks up to a man and says, "Excuse me, I like the way you look, I like the way you put together. I would like to use you for sex. I want you to be my fuck buddy. You're sexy." Instantly, we're flattered. We're like, "Word?" At at no point in time would this be an insult. At no point in time. And it's not because even how we're raised, it's instinctively we're very honest about sex. But we are very honest people when it comes to sex. And I'm referring to men as far as being honest. But now, let's say the shoe is on the other foot, and girls always talking about, just be honest, just be honest. It's better if you just be honest. But it's really not in this case, because the ethic of a woman is different. The way she's shaped, the way she's formed, the composition of her thoughts, how her body is, her spirit works differently as far as intimacy and everything else. We have two very different purposes here on earth. But if you approach her and you tap on your shoulder, "Excuse me, miss, I think you're very sexy, and I would like to use you for sex. I want you to be my fuck buddy." You know, that's it. This is an insult to a woman. Like, even if she feels the same, she gonna be like, "What? What did you just say?" With the neck. And it's not the same. So which brings me to a post I made on Facebook last night, which which basically sums it up. You can't go around having casual sex with men if you don't have casual feelings. You know what I'm saying? If you a person that wear your heart on your sleeve, and when dick enter you, something happens with love and your heart start racing and all of that, then maybe those type of actions aren't for you. And I'm just trying to say this socially, because this is causing a lot of tension between men and women all over. And I like to write and I like to speak, and I just feel like, because it's important that we understand this one basic decision that men and women are making all the time. And then what happens is the female catches feelings and the guy is sticking to his guns like, "Yo, yeah, we just fucking." And because your pussy can't change a nigga, you mad, and you want to begin to label honest people, honest men, and throw them into different categories. And a lot of men go through this. And a lot of women go through this backlash of emotions, and they become very angry and enraged at men for whatever reasons, just because she can't change his mind or control him, or if she finds value in this fuck body and says, "Wow, this is a man that's very impressive and I kind of want to keep him," when she can't, she's starting to lose her fucking mind. And this generates so much tension into a situation that started out as a beautiful thing, a beautiful understanding. And now she can't change you. She's labeling you. And a lot of good dudes is getting slammed with labels for no reason. So, but the truth is, to be entered, to have a whole dick go inside of your body, close, by your cervix, by your uterus, basically by your womb, it has to be a very emotional thing. So not all of you can handle that. And I think you just got to be able to choose what type of woman you are, or choose your season. You know what I'm saying? Some women go through that time where they just really need a pickup. I just need somebody to fuck the shit out of me and do it right. And then maybe I could, eventually think about love. And, fucking somebody just to fuck is not settling. That's a very useful thing as well. People love sex. People need sex. Sex is very healthy. It releases oxytocin, those feel-good chemicals and hormones that we have. But doing it and going through with it with an agreement and an arrangement that isn't really who you are, you're just doing it just to do it, that might be called settling, and you might have to reconsider those type of things. But, this year, go into this year making better decisions, ladies, and men as well. Learn who a crazy chick is that's using her pussy to pull you in, to reel you in. There's crazy chicks that's out here using a pussy. And fellas, you can't, just to get the pussy, you can't start making promises that you ain't never intended to keep either. It's a responsibility that y'all have as well, to always be honest. Always be honest.